How to stay calm and confident around women after your first panic attack. When you have suffered your first panic attack, it is going to be really difficult for you to approach women confidently. But if you realize the illusion of free will, then there is a hope for you. An average human being thinks that his actions of his day are all based on his own free will, and the events of his day are just a consequence of his own actions, which are determined by his own free will. But he is wrong, and hence he will never be able to gain confidence around women after he has suffered this terrible blow on his mental health. But if you're able to realize that the actions of your day and the events that unfold in your day is determined by your own sleep habit, then you can gain confidence around women again. So what happens in sleep is, before you fall asleep, there is maybe a 20-minute or 30-minute window where you can feel the feelings that you want to feel, where you can imagine a wonderful life events, when you can imagine beautiful things, amazing things happening to you. And if you can imagine all these wonderful things happening to you, you're going to feel elevated emotions of joy, satisfaction, accomplishment, thrill. And these feelings are going to get impressed in your subconscious mind during your sleep. Now, these feelings are going to control your actions. These feelings are going to control the events that unfold in your day when you wake up in the morning. So if you feel all of these elevated emotions as you go to bed at night today, then your tomorrow, your day after tomorrow becomes easy, becomes very fruitful. If you can put yourself in a relaxed attitude of mind through yoga nidra, through non-sleep deep rest protocol, or simply by doing deep breathing before going to sleep, and you start to imagine that wonderful things are happening to you, like you're approaching women and the approach is going really well. You can see that these girls are super attracted to you as soon as you approach them. You can see that their eyes, their pupils are dilated because they are so attracted to you. You can visualize that they are trying to touch you, they are trying to kiss you, they are trying to be with you, they are expressing their desire to be with you. If you can visualize all of these wonderful things happening to you, and you mentally rehearse this imaginal act over and over again, you're going to feel elevated emotions of joy or accomplishment. Now just sustain these elevated emotions for a while and simply relax into unconsciousness. Just drop off to sleep quietly by feeling all of these elevated feelings. And Neville Goddard said, feeling is the secret. It's such a basic spiritual principle. And I understood this spiritual principle during COVID lockdown. When I was 19, I was learning all these outer game techniques and pickup techniques and psychology hacks from pickup gurus. I was cold approaching women all the time. And still, I felt inadequate. Still, I felt like I was less of a man. I still felt like I always had to be a dancing monkey in order to gain attraction. But during COVID lockdown, as I started to suffer from anxiety and panic attacks, I started to turn inwards. I had to meditate in order to heal these annoying mental health issues. And what meditation taught me was these outer game techniques, these cold approaches, these psychology hacks never really worked. It was actually my vivid imagination and emotions that I had while reading a very simple book called Sex God Method that actually created good result with women in my physical world. Now, you do not even need to read a book in order to visualize wonderful things happening to you. You can simply close your eyes and use your imagination and feelings wisely. And your persistent imaginal act will create your personal reality. Because if you can persistently imagine that you're super calm around women, super confident around women, super attractive around women. And you can persistently imagine that these women, these beautiful girls are trying to touch you. They are trying to get your attention. They are expressing their desire to be with you. If you can discipline your imagination in this mental scenario, in this mental act, then you're going to feel feelings of joy, of thrill. And these feelings are going to make your imagination come true in your physical reality. Because physical reality is not solid. You think that your physical, visible reality is so real because you can perceive everything through your five senses. And because of empirical evidence, you think your physical reality is not malleable. But yogis have been calling our physical, visible reality as Maya for thousands of years. They knew that whenever they upgraded their own state of mind through visualization, through certain meditative practices, all of a sudden, terrible life circumstances in their physical reality vanished, and they became magnets for all the wonderful life circumstances. You can also be a magnet for all the wonderful life circumstances towards to to attract all these beautiful things to happen to you. If you simply learn how to use your imagination and emotions wisely. So practice this three step: the step of relaxation, step of imagination, step of feeling these elevated emotions through mental rehearsal of this imagination. However, an average human being cannot even relax properly. He cannot visualize in first person. He cannot put the sensory vividness in his imaginal act. His attention span is so bad that his attention will drift to past traumatic event or a future worst case scenario where you're again anxious around women, where girls are rejecting you in your imagination. An average human being has practiced feeling negative emotions for so long that it is going to be difficult for him to feel these elevated emotions all of a sudden. So, I want you to practice this three step of relaxation, imagination, emotion for at least 30 nights in a row so that you can develop the faculty of your brain and body. And when you land these elevated feelings in your subconscious mind, then become ready for all the wonderful life circumstances to find you. Now, if you want one-on-one personalized coaching from me, where I will help you develop a solid imagination, attention, emotions, so that whatever you have imagined gets outpictured into your physical reality, then message me on my Gmail or my WhatsApp, which are linked in the description box and the pinned comment section down below as well. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.